So here's the tab of the map of the Great Rift Valley, which is between the Ethiopian tectonic plate and the other plate over here. I'm not quite sure what it's called. And now we're going to go ahead and read that and share that. Cool, it's working. So the Great Rift Valley is a series of contiguous geographic depressions, approximately 6,000 to 7,000 kilometers, 4,300 miles in total length. The definition varying between sources that runs from the southern Turkish Hatay province in Asia through the Red Sea. Let's go back to that map and see what that means and share this map. Okay. So it mentioned Turkey. Turkey's way up here. Jeez. Okay, there's Turkey. So they're saying this extends from here all the way down to here, but this map is only showing this area here as the Great Rift Valley. So that's a little confusing. So back to the article in Wikipedia, the definition, runs from the southern Turkish Hatay province in Asia through the Red Sea to Mozambique in the southeast Africa. Okay. So back to the map. So it doesn't make sense to me that it's not being shown here, but starting over, it's a series of contiguous geographic depressions, 4,300 miles long. The definition varying between sources. Okay, it is varying between sources. So let's just focus on the area that we have in the map, which is basically from Djibouti down into central Tanzania, or Tanzania, depending on where you are speaking. So that is the Great Rift Valley. I think that's all we want to talk about now in this video. Let's go back to, we still have one person. Hello, one person. Oh, you know what? I just realized that one person is me. So nobody's here. Yeah, because I'm following on my cell phone right now. So back to, okay, we've got cosmic and geographical rifts, understanding the difference. All right, that's not really what I want to title it, but again, we're down at the Great Rift Valley, what we just showed. This is a massive geological feature on Earth, specifically a series of contiguous geographic trenches. So this is where the Earth's crust is thinning and pulling apart, which may eventually lead to the formation of a new ocean basin. Okay, let's go to the next one up here, the Great Rift. The Great Rift, sharing the word, oh shoot, we're not sharing this page. Dagnabbit. Just trying to navigate this live sharing of screens, and now I have lost my ability to share the screen. All right, let's see. Oh, here we go. We clicked that. Okay, gotcha. All right, so we're sharing. I want to share That one. Okay, share. There we go. Cool. So we talked about the Great Rift Valley. Well, the sheet's not showing up. There we go. Okay, we talked about the Great Rift Valley. Now let's talk about the Great Rift. And basically, this is the cloud that's blocking our view. The Great Rift. Great Rift. Well, unfortunately, we lost it. So let's go ahead and find it again. The Great Rift. There we go. Let's tab. And so the Great Rift is these dark cloud areas that obscure the Milky Way center. We're looking at the Milky Way center from Earth. And this is a real picture. Well, it might not be from Earth, but it's from our solar system anyway. These clouds are made of silica oxide and even magnesium, and they're about the particulates are about the same size as cigarette smoke. So they're very, very small particles that form these clouds. So this is the Great Rift. It just blocks our view of the Milky Way at night. Let's go back to Google Gemini, share this tab. Okay, so we talked about the Great Rift now. Before that, we talked about the Great Rift Valley. Now the Big Rip. So we're using the word rip instead of rift. So I may have called it the Big Rift before, so this clarifies that it's called the Rip. This is a cosmological hypothesis regarding the ultimate fate of the universe. It suggests that if the dark energy accelerating the expansion of the universe becomes stronger over time, it will eventually overcome all gravitational and electromagnetic forces. In this scenario, galaxies, stars, planets, and eventually atoms themselves would be literally torn apart by the expansion of space-time. Now, I've heard it described differently, more specifically about space-time, that space-time's fabric will actually be disrupted or torn. So those are the three phrases that get confused or confused me because of the word rip and rift. The Great Rift Valley is a geologic feature. The Great Rift is just clouds blocking the view of the center of the Milky Way, and the Big Rip is a cosmological hypothesis regarding the fate of the universe. So please look in the description of this video and you will find a link to, eventually, you'll find a link to a follow-up video. Anyway, this was a test of going live and sharing the screen for our channel. Thank you for watching American Northwest Magazine, and please subscribe.